The hotel room you stayed in last time you went to Vegas, that room was a money loser for the property. Deliberately. The buffet where you ate 3 plates of crab legs at 11 p.m.? Loss. You playing blackjack with the cocktail waitress serving you free drinks? Intentional loss. The parking garage you didn't pay for? Loss. The whole hotel tower with 3,000 rooms and a lazy river on the roof? Loss. A Las Vegas hotel casino is a structure intended to lose money on almost everything but one thing. And that one thing, the casino floor, has to make enough money to subsidize every other square foot of the property. When it works, it is one of the most efficient money-making machines ever created. When it does, it's a $5 billion anchor dragging a company down. Hi there. Welcome. Today we're going to dig into the economics of owning one of these businesses. The real numbers, the real strategy, and why the people who make money in Las Vegas on a consistent basis are usually not the people you would expect. Remain till the end. This gets counterintuitive fast. They lose money on the room, so you stay longer. Subscribe, and I will tell you in detail about all the strategies that nobody advertises. And so, let's start with the hotel, because the hotel is the strategy. It's not the product. In any other city, a normal hotel prices its rooms so that it can cover costs and make a profit. Revenue equals occupancy times rate. Revenue has to cover housekeeping, utilities, debt service, and a margin. Simple. Las Vegas hotel casinos intentionally discount that math. They underprice rooms, often far below what the market would actually support, and far below comparable luxury hotel rates in other cities. Because that's not where the money comes from. It's the room that gets you in the door. When you get through the door, you are on the casino floor, and the casino floor is where the economics actually make sense. The MGM Grand has over 6,000 hotel rooms. At full occupancy, the room revenue alone is not enough to cover the cost of running a property of that size. The casino generates something like 3 to 5 times the revenue per square foot of anything else on the property. The hotel is there to support the casino. The industry has a name for this model, the loss leader, also used by retailers. Sell milk below cost, get people in the store, sell them everything else at full margin. Las Vegas does it on a scale that includes helicopter pads, resident Cirque du Soleil shows, and celebrity chef restaurants, seating 400. The same logic is the basis of the comp system. You get free rooms, free meals, free tickets to shows, free flights if you bet enough volume. Those are not benefits, they're retention costs that are calculated. The casino knows what that player on the floor's EV of that action is. If someone is going to bring in $5,000 in expected gaming revenue over a weekend, giving them a $500 suite is a 10% cost of acquisition. That's a better margin than most retail businesses. The tricky part is that you have to run a massive operation to make all of this happen. A Las Vegas hotel casino is not a hotel with a few slots. It's a city block under one roof, with 5,000 employees, a convention center, 4 restaurants, 2 pools, a nightclub, a sports book, a spa, and a parking structure. All of those departments either lose money on purpose or break even. The casino has everything. A major Las Vegas property's casino floor is one of the most optimized revenue environments ever invented. All of it. The layout, the lighting, the sound, the lack of clocks and windows, the placement of ATMs, is deliberate. The money is from the hold. Nevada requires slot machines to pay back at least 75% of the money played into them. And in reality, the major strip properties pay back about 88 to 92%. That means the house keeps 8 to 12 cents of every dollar played through a machine. The lower edge is in table games. Blackjack around 1 to 2% for the house against basic strategy players. Baccarat around 1% on the banker bet. Roulette 5.26% on American wheels. Poker rooms make their money by taking a cut off every pot, not by betting against players. In 2023, the Las Vegas Strip produced about $7.6 billion in gaming revenue. That's how much the casinos were able to keep, after paying the winners. On a strip with maybe 30 major properties, the average is over $250 million per property per year. just from gaming. But the gaming revenue number is misleading if you don't consider what it costs to generate it. A large labor force on a major casino floor. Dealers, pit bosses, cage cashiers, surveillance people watching hundreds of cameras, slot techs keeping thousands of machines up and running. The capital cost that's under those margins is the challenge. For example, a property that costs $5 billion to build and has $3 to $4 billion of debt has to generate huge cash flows just to pay for the financing before any of it is profit for the owner. Revenue from gaming on the Strip, $7.6 billion. And some of those owners are still broke. Subscribe. The numbers only add up when you see the full story. Here's the shift that changed Las Vegas forever, and why the city didn't die when regional casinos popped up everywhere in the 90s and chipped away at the gambling market. Las Vegas was mostly a gambling city in the 1990s. People flew in to gamble. The shows, the food, the rooms were secondary. When Atlantic City opened, when Connecticut opened Foxwoods, when Native American casinos opened all over the country, the theory was that Las Vegas would have no place to exist. Why fly to Nevada when you can drive an hour and a half to a casino? Instead, Las Vegas reinvented itself as an entertainment destination that happens to have casinos. Today, non-gaming revenue outstrips gaming revenue on the Las Vegas Strip. Food, beverage, hotel rooms, entertainment, nightclubs, retail, convention business. All of those categories combined now bring in more money than the casino floor. A big property like the Bellagio or the Wynn does more in hotel and restaurant revenue than gaming does. This is important for the ownership economics because non-gaming revenue has better margins and less regulatory complexity than gaming. A gaming license is not required for a restaurant. A nightclub is not required by the state to have surveillance. You don't need pit bosses with a convention contract. The non-gaming side of the business scaled without the overhead of gaming needs. The story the public tells about Las Vegas casinos is about the operators, MGM, Caesars, Wynn, Las Vegas Sands. Those are names of buildings. But below the operating companies is a real estate structure that most people don't realize exists. That's where the most reliable money in the Las Vegas ecosystem actually is. In 2016 and 2017, respectively, MGM Resorts and Caesars Entertainment each spun off their real estate into separate entities, MGM Growth Properties and Vici Properties. These are real estate investment trusts, or REITs, that hold the land and buildings of the casino properties and lease them back to the operating companies under long-term triple-net leases. The operators who run the casinos pay rent. The REITs collect rent and don't touch the gaming operations. Vici Properties owns more than 50 casino properties, including Caesars Palace, Harrah's, Horseshoe Casinos, and MGM Grand. Their contractually determined rent revenue increases annually with inflation adjustments and is almost immune to the swings of gaming revenue. Vici still gets its rent check when a casino has a bad quarter. This is the same pattern we see in every single sector we've covered on this channel. The people who built the pipelines often went bankrupt. The landowners under the pipelines get fees in perpetuity, and airports are no different. Same for port terminals. Same with casino properties. The operator assumes the risk of operation. The real estate holder cuts the coupon. Vici yields about 5 to 6% a year on a portfolio of trophy real estate in markets with real geographic barriers to competition. You can't build a new casino on the Las Vegas Strip. The land is not real. The licenses are restricted. The operating companies, MGM, Caesars, get the upside when Vegas is hot, and the downside when it's not. Caesars was one of the biggest private equity leveraged buyout implosions in history, filing for bankruptcy in 2015, and emerging restructured. The casinos continued to operate. The building didn't care about bankruptcies. There is a basic version of Las Vegas economics. Gambling town, house wins, owners get rich. That version is not wrong on its own, but it lacks most of what is actually interesting. The hotel is a loss leader. The free drinks are part of the cost of doing business. The buffet is marketing. The casino floor is the engine, but non-gaming revenue now outpaces the casino floor. Companies that own the buildings often outperform companies that operate the casinos. And it all runs on a cocktail of behavioral psychology, real estate strategy, and regulatory capture that took 50 years to figure out, and another 30 to optimize. What gets me about Las Vegas is how brazen the playbook is. None of this is classified. For decades, people have been writing about the casino floor design. No clocks, no windows. The comp system is well documented. REIT structure is public. And still, the casino floor at 2 a.m. on a Saturday is filled with people feeding money into machines. Because knowing the system is there doesn't save you from a system designed to work on people who know it is there. How much that impresses or disturbs depends on your mood. Probably both of them. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe. Next video is uploading. About to upload next video